Ridge Parkway, 16th Avenue. About to cross over New York Street. Massive traffic now, so time to take the streets through the neighborhood. Coach, we're in Bensonhurst, belly of the beast here. I was supposed to be on the highway, but there's a ridiculous amount of traffic today. Figured give you a little quick run through the streets. Really, it's my me trying to get home from work, to be honest with you. So, might experience a little road rage too. Although I'm definitely only kidding about that. No need for the road rage. Enough of that down in Miami. Jeez. Anyone that says New York drivers are the worst has never been to Miami. Let me tell you something. Unbelievable. At least here in New York, everyone talks about New York drivers, but it actually is pretty chill in New York. Like, once you get comfortable, there's just no space. There's nowhere to go. You'll see even on this ride, it's you're still gonna get your idiots. Don't get me wrong, but even when you go out to Long Island and there's a lot more space, people move quicker. People have more leeway to be crazy. Where here, as you can see, I mean, there's not much I can do here. So, yeah, Coach Train, I bet up in Boston, it's pretty bad. You know what was funny about Miami though? Everyone was nuts in Miami driving around, nuts. But there was no rage. Like, everyone was happy and in the sunlight and in the warm weather. They weren't here in New York. We're all miserable. I'm sure it's very similar up in Boston. I mean, it's cold, it's gloomy. So us, it's like, get the hell out of here. Down in Miami, they were nuts. Absolutely nuts. But they were at least in a good mood about it. We're crossing 18th Avenue now, Coach Train. 18th Avenue, definitely well known. Vinny has mentioned 18th Avenue a few times. There's a few car services on 18th Avenue here right now as we speak. We are going to cross over it. Is to continue on. But that left and right there, I actually have a pre-record from that avenue on the channel. One day live, we'll go through this. This guy, if I kill this guy on his little motor thing, it's my fault. Meanwhile, he's the jackass freaking trying to share a road with me. Speed camera right there on the right. See, we have speed cameras here, Coach Train. I don't know if they got them up in this city of Boston. They started with them. They're basically like those red light cameras, but they capture speed. So if you are speeding, you'll get a ticket in the mail. And the speed limit is 25 miles per hour. You get leeway up to 10 miles per hour. So you can do up to 35. But once you click that 36 miles per hour, you are getting a ticket in the mail, my friend. So now this is 20th Avenue, Bay Ridge Parkway. This is what would historically be all Italian, all, very connected neighborhood, so to speak. It's different. It's different, but the same. It's what I say. It's the architecture of it. The feeling that I have when I'm sitting here right now is the same exact way it was 20 years ago. It's just a different background of people that are the primary inhabitants of the neighborhood. But doesn't mean that the original inhabitants are all gone. We're going to soon be hitting Vinnie Green's neighborhood. maybe I'll run into him. Because right now we're still in this is still technically Bensonhurst, but we're getting close to Gravesend. Getting very close to Gravesend. Basically, it goes like Bay Ridge, Dyker Heights, Bath Beach, Bensonhurst, Gravesend, Midwood, Sheepshead, Bay, Marine Park. Yeah, Co-Train. Vinny Green seems like a really cool guy. I'm going to try to shoot him an email, see if I can maybe grab lunch from him one day, because literally this is, I mean, we're about to pass, when he mentions specific spots that, you know, he hangs out in, or, you know, has eaten in, or has visited before. Once we cross over this main intersection here, a lot of those spots are straight ahead. We're basically crossing into the Gravesend area as we cross here. Bay Parkway is in front of us. You're going to see a huge park up in front of us to the left, handball courts, basketball going on. It's a fairly decent day today. My car says it's 50 degrees. It's miserable compared to what Miami just was. But it is a pretty nice day where there's definitely a lot of people in that park up there. But this is Bay Parkway that is running left to right, running north to south on your maps. Right now, we're on Bay Ridge Parkway. We're heading east. Again, this is Bay Parkway, very popular thoroughfare through Bensonhurst. You see the park there on the left. All this on the all these buildings here are brand new on the left, building it up big time. Got the Fuzz, the Pone Nines, Not Giving a F, Doing a Buck 9. Name that song. So yeah, this is you know, if not Gravesend, borderline, but I'm pretty sure technically we are here in Gravesend now. Stillwell Avenue. You hear a lot about a John's Deli that's up ahead on this avenue. I wasn't planning on passing it. Maybe I will just for you guys, but John's Deli, known for their dark gravy that they put on their roast beef sandwich. Or as you guys down in Philly will call it, a hoagie or a sub. You guys are speaking a different language when you're talking hoagies and subs. I mean, we don't have that in our repertoire. Just if you say someone down here a hoagie, they're like, you know, they're gonna question that. They're like, what, you mean like a hero? Or what's a hoagie? You know, a sub. You know, we have Subway, so we associate a sandwich. You know, which. I mean, come on, we're where we are. Tell Vinny Green to go get a Subway sandwich. He'll slap you in the head. But as you can see here, there's still some more pizzerias. There's some coffee shops. There's a coffee shop there on the right. A little soccer club, Pylon Avenue. You'll see everyone hanging out here. Yeah. So, Co-Train, yeah. What's the... Do you guys go with heroes? What do you eat up in Boston? Like, you don't do the hoagies and the subs, right? That's just a ridiculous Philly thing. Philly's I mean, come on, ridiculous. I hope Cuz Paulie catches some of this, because I mean they're just kidding me. A grinder? What? Isn't Grinder that website? All right, here's Avenue S. We'll go up to. We'll go up a little bit more up towards John's Deli. As long as this guy in his Suburban doesn't just run me off the road. John's Deli is up on the left here. We're gonna make this left onto this avenue. Avenue T. So we're on Stillwell. We're gonna make this left onto T. John's Deli is up ahead on the left. We're not gonna get any closer to it right now. Maybe in the future when I start doing some more stuff in the warm weather, but it's right up there. So is L&B Pizzeria. You know, the pizza. I think either Nadu or Lee Cole did something on the pizza recipe. I'm gonna do something on that too. I have a few stories on some recent local crimes, let's call them, that some of them haven't been labeled as organized crime, but they do have some loose connections to organized crime. And by recent, I mean, one example is the Frank Cali. Obviously, you know that Gambino alleged boss who was murdered in Staten Island. That's just one example, but there's a few other crimes, let's just call them, that have taken place over the past 5-6 years. Ooh, that guy almost fell on his rollerblades on the left. I don't know if you guys caught that. That, have known ties to some organized crime around here. So we'll go visit those spots. We'll go down those blocks. Sort of like a Mooney dash cam type thing where I don't want to seem like I'm biting off the guy. Like, I really have had that idea for such a long time because I've just been driving around for such a long time. I've always loved sharing New York City with people not from New York City. So those two things I've always been passionate about driving around. I've always been passionate about sharing my view, the sights of New York City with others. So add those together, add in a little mafia history, organized crime history, and that's basically Mooney dash cam. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is develop my own unique twist on what he does, but basically what he does is what I would like to do. I would like to do it live, as much as I can. The show that I was just describing, a few, you call them subs, man, you call them subs and grinders, Co-Train. Jeez. I wonder if anyone else in the country calls them heroes. It's so weird. Yeah, now we're on Avenue T, West 6th. Everyone from Gravesend should know West 6th Street running left to right to us. So we're going to ride down Avenue T now. No, I kind of wanted to go down S, but we could take T down. I think, actually, wow, look at this move. Look at that. Go ahead, guy. You go ahead. This is good. This is good stuff. Let me see if I can make this light. Got it. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I think Vinny Green just recently did a video where he was speaking and he was rolling down either Avenue S or Avenue T. I still love these neighborhoods. They're still, I mean, as you can see, it's 5:30 on a Friday, and they're not extremely chaotic for our standards. For people from Brooklyn and Queens, these are quiet neighborhoods. If you go into different areas of Williamsburg or down by downtown Brooklyn, you're getting into very congested areas like Manhattan, like what people think of New York City. But a lot of these areas in the outer boroughs, they're just like this, where you're chilling. And even though I was joking before with the Miami versus New York, I mean, we're driving here, we are pretty chill drivers. At Co-Train, yeah, you must if you're in that business. But I constantly drive for it. I just drove. If I told you what I just did today, Co-Train, I was just down. I was basically almost down in Philadelphia today. I had to go down to say I was in Central Jersey, South by so I'm all over the place. Let's throw this thing up on the dash and show you guys around. So now where we are right now, Co-Train, you probably didn't even notice what we just drove into. These houses are 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 and up. This is a very religious Jewish section of Brooklyn right here. It's a little slice of Gravesend from Avenue U to Avenue P. That looks like this, which to me is very Howard Beach-ish, very Mill Basin-ish. But as you can see, this is a beautiful neighborhood. We're actually rolling through it right as the Sabbath is about to hit. Sundown on Friday. All cars must be off the road. No more use of electricity. Sundown. Friday. So you'll see right now, actually, a big reason why a lot of the traffic is light is because a lot of the people in this neighborhood have to be, how should I put it, not using electricity by the time the sun sets. Oh, I see Tommy Stiggs just went live. My man Stiggs. Vinny called me the Stiggs of Brooklyn. I'll take it. I will take it. Thankfully, we have the sun behind us right now. We're heading east. So otherwise, it'd be brutal. We're gonna catch a little gridlock here. Coming up to Coney Island Avenue. You've definitely heard Vincenzo, Brooklyn guy, mention Coney Island Avenue quite a few times. Coney Island Avenue is the next avenue up. That's why we have this little bit of gridlock here. But there were quite a few well-known restaurants, bars, hangouts on Coney Island Avenue. You'll see it as we cross it. It's a main thoroughfare. You'll see some pretty damn nice cars in this neighborhood too. You've just seen a Lexus, a Range Rover, a woman in an Audi. Yeah, big bucks right over here. That's for sure. Yeah, Coach, man. I drive a lot. Yeah, I heard. I know. I saw some of that. I'm gonna try to not comment. I might be a little boring for you, Coach Rain, unless you try to coach me, but I know you won't. I know you're not gonna do that. Go ahead, guy. I'm gonna be a nice guy. Are you paying attention? Go. Do it. Nice. See that? I hope Karma comes back and I just let that guy through. Because see what happened? I let him through, and I'm gonna make this light. I probably won't actually. Look at that. See? How about here's some more good karma though? I stopped. I didn't go through the light. I didn't cause excess gridlock. I let those people do what they need to do. So now hopefully it comes back to me. Yeah. Oh, so Coach Rain, you got one of those? So actually we have one of those, a Nissan kind of truck like that too, a 3500. That if I have to move anything that won't fit in this thing, I'll grab that. And the thing, let me tell you something, that thing moves because it's meant to carry some weight. Woo! Oh, man. Got some torque in that boy when it's empty. That subway you see up ahead was the subway that I took to high school, actually. That's the Q train up ahead. I don't know if you could see it if it's close enough. But it's above ground here in this part of Brooklyn. Then once it gets further up north towards Manhattan, dips below ground, and then it actually travels over the Manhattan Bridge, which is actually very cool. Then dips below ground back into Manhattan. It was not cool after 9/11. Definitely a little scary going over that bridge on a subway after 9/11. Definitely, you know, you just had a subway on a bridge, you know. 2 known targets. Lady, don't go. You don't see it, but there was a lady right to the left that she was just going to just hop right in front of that car. Oh, maybe you did see it. I don't know. Wow, look at this gridlock. Hey, you want to hear some horn honking? Here you go. Right. Okay. A little more horn honking. Mr. Softy. Hello, Mr. Softy action. How you doing? Should have stopped and got some from Mr. Softy. Oh, yeah, Coach Rain. Yeah, even when it is full, it moves, man. Oof. So this is more the Midwood area, Midwood / Sheepshead Bay. So this is that train, the trestle up ahead, right on top of us right now. East 16th Street. Everyone will know it as the East 16th Street train station. Got some double parkers here. I'm gonna make it interesting for us. Play a little zigzag, you know what I mean? We're actually gonna pass my grammar school, Co-Train, if you're still in here with us. Yeah. No one else wants to join us, Co-Train. I don't care. I mean, I'm driving home. So it's like me and you just having a conversation right now, and that's fine by me, buddy. But actually, the grammar school that I went to is up ahead. On the right. Ocean Avenue. Anyone from Brooklyn will know Ocean Avenue. We're on Ocean Avenue and Avenue T. We're heading east towards Marine Park. And as you can see, here's a 20 mile per hour speed limit. These cameras, if you do over 30, they'll nail you. There's the church, convent. Back in the day. Yeah, so up ahead is Ocean Avenue. Major north-south thoroughfare. Ocean Avenue is mainly just a residential avenue. You know, let's go up with just one bit. Let's just go up to one bit a little bit, because I want to go up to Avenue S anyway. If this woman decides if she's going to drive or she's just going to park, I don't know what she's doing. But let's just go up Ocean. I want to kind of go down S. Anyway, but this is Ocean Avenue, which is a pretty cool avenue, as you can see. Speed camera up there on the right. Slow down for it. But this avenue is, you know, just this. It's a wide 4-lane residential avenue. Pretty cool. Nostrand Avenue is very similar, which Nostrand Avenue is the avenue that Vinny grew up on. Those luxury condos that Vinny used to talk about growing up in are on an avenue very similar. We're gonna actually be right here. He always mentions Nostrand and Avenue S and Avenue T, this area, so you'll see that very soon. You see, in New York, we don't do the whole stop for pedestrian things. So I know maybe if you're watching this thinking like, wow, BK Skip, you're a real D-bag for not stopping for those pedestrians. You know, it's just a New York thing. I would look like the jerk by just stopping in the middle of the road to let those people go. So you non-New Yorkers, I'm sure, are probably looking at that. Nunzio, what's up, bro? Probably saying like, really, Skip? You're not going to let those people go? But it's just, you know, cultural thing. Nunzio would know. And, you know, I would look dumb if I just stopped in the middle of the street to let the pedestrians go, even though I know, ooh, speaking of the devil, someone just killed a pedestrian right behind us. I wish you could have seen that. Oh my God. At the crosswalks, obviously, we always let them go. But if they're just in the middle of the street, in the middle of what is technically my road, you know, in New York, it ain't happening, bro. Yeah, Co-Train. I'm not that far, you know, probably not as many miles, just because the driving that we do in this area is just so much closer in terms of mileage wise. Like this, all the driving I did today didn't really amount to too many miles, so to speak. I know, just based off of people I know that work different territories. I'm going to stop for this light actually, because this is Buckley is on the right. Vinny has mentioned these areas a lot. Let me just see if I can just turn a little here so you can see this. So that's Buckley's right there, which is a bar, catering, restaurant. But this is Nostrand Avenue. So this is actually the avenue that Vinny grew up on to the right. You can see this. That's the HIP that he had mentioned. The HIP Medical Center is straight ahead on the right. But if we were to make a right, which we could, I guess we could do that. We'll do that for you. Or a left. Well, actually, we're going to make a left. You know why we're going to make a left? Because we're going to pass Michael's Restaurant. Michael's Restaurant is well known in the mob genre community. So we'll make a left. You'll see the type of apartment building. I think Vinny's apartment was on the right, but the same exact ones are on the left. So you'll see the type of apartment that Vinny grew up in. And then you'll see Michael's Restaurant. I actually worked at Michael's Restaurant when I was a kid. Yo, Nunzio, Avenue X, what's up, bro? A&S Pork Store, bro. A&S Pork Store on Avenue X has the best prosciutto bread. There's no fennel in it. Delicious, bro. Avenue X, and what is that, like probably East 2nd, East 3rd, maybe? Not long. But yeah, we're going to make this left on Notion. You'll see, when Vinny describes the type of, nice apartment building that he grew up in, it's these on this avenue here. Considered, not cheap apartments by any means. It's still not. You can see, it's a nice, well-maintained area. Coming up to Avenue R. Co-Train, I'm going to take a look at what you said about those pedestrians in a second, but I imagine you're saying that they take it serious up there too, because I feel like New York's the only place in the world where you just need to watch out if you're a pedestrian. You just need to watch out. So that's Michael's. The bakery's on the left. The restaurant's on the right there in front of you. Michael's Restaurant. They had redone the facade and everything not too long ago. Parking lot on the left. I did valet parking in that parking lot right there on the left. Michael's Restaurant. Marine Park, Brooklyn. Don't let anyone tell you it's in any neighborhood besides Marine Park. Ooh, look at that car. Woo! Nice. We're in Marine Park here, man. We're not even in the high-end neighborhoods. How you doing? So it's Nunzio. You're right, man. A&S Pork Store, buddy. Yeah, no, I know, Co-Train. I know the pedestrians. That's why I said something, because I don't want you guys watching being like, whoa, what is this guy doing? In New York, it's basically like the only place in the world where you can get away with it really, unless it's in a marked crosswalk, like this person here. See that person there on the left? See that? That person stops for that person on the left because that person's in that crosswalk. But if the person is just walking out into the middle of the street, watch out. That's New York. That's just the way we do it. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm out of line. I'm kind of actually just in line with society as a whole here in New York City. We're actually going to pass the park on Marine Park, which if you guys saw me, that's pretty great. We're actually passing Marine Park, which if you guys saw when I went on with Vinny Bracco, and he dropped the link for me, and I hopped on, and I was in Marine Park. I was in this park right here on the right. See, like those folks right there, like, it's a. Yeah, Nunzio, I know you were you lived in Staten Island. I knew that you were originally from New York. Where were you from in New York? Were you from Staten Island? Great Chinese food place near the Cannon. Wait, which Cannon, Nunzio? Yeah, Co-Train. You saw that one, right? So I was basically right here. I was in this park to right here, Marine Park. Now I'm in the neighborhood of Marine Park, driving through. Which, I love this block. Like, if you look at these, they're not brownstones. They're not technically brownstones, but these are almost like mini brownstones. They're all brick. They have driveways, which this neighborhood is known for having driveways, which is in Brooklyn a big deal, because it's under the bridge. Oh, down. Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. Bay Ridge. Okay. Fort Hamilton. I was just there, Nuns. I was setting up this live from there, and I actually wanted to start shooting from there. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know. And Vinny Green always mentions a bunch of good places over there, and I know Ember's Steakhouse is not too far from over there. That's Fort Hamilton, right by Bay Ridge. I know exactly what you're talking about. The bridge to Staten Island. I'm actually, you know what I can do? I could take you right past where Joe Torre grew up, because it's on the way to where I got to go right now. He grew up in this neighborhood in Marine Park. There's a park, another park that we're going to pass that's named after him. The Little League that plays there is named after Joe Torre. He grew up right over here. I'll show you where. I don't know the exact house, but I could show you where. Beautiful little, see, Marine Park. Let me tell you something, Marine Park. Hidden gem in Brooklyn. Not many people know about it, but it is quiet as all could be. This house that we're about to pass on the right here actually is historic. It's called the Lot House. It's been here since the dawn of time thing right there on the right. You can see it. And these are the type of places, really. More when it gets warm, I'll actually stop and get out. Right now, I'm kind of just trying to get home from work, to be honest with you guys. I'm going to go through this light. Sorry, I'm breaking the law, but you know what? I think I kind of actually made that light. So up ahead, way up ahead, is Joe Torre Park, where they actually call it State Park or U Park, but Joe Torre Little League plays up there. Joe Torre grew up right here, basically, somewhere right around Avenue T and East 36th Street. I'm not sure where, but here, so to speak, within 100 feet of here, somewhere. Marine Park, Brooklyn. I'll take you up to the park. Another thing you might notice in New York City, we are not allowed to make a right-hand turn on red. Nowhere. So growing up in New York, making a right-hand turn on a red light doesn't exist. It does not exist. It's just a known, like, we don't do it. We don't know it. We don't do it. Long Island, as soon as you get to Long Island, you can make it right on red. But here in New York City, so if you see me driving around in Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, the Bronx, and Manhattan, unless it's otherwise noted, there's some corners where they'll let you do it. We are not allowed to make a right-hand turn on red. Co-train. Man, this is going to be a fun baseball season. Thank God they're playing this year. Because as a Red Sox fan, you know what I mean? It's going to be a fun baseball season. He was a good coach. Oh, really? Yeah, in New York City, we are not allowed to make, like, I can't make a right-hand turn on red here. And, like, if you grow up here and you only drive here, you don't even consider it. You don't even know that that's a thing, that you can make a right-hand turn on a red. It's, like, crazy. Like, doing that here is suicide. With the pedestrians and I can't see what's coming from over there. If there's people coming, or suicide over here. So up ahead here is where Joe Torre Little League plays on the right. They have a bunch of fields back there. There's a playground back there. This lady's on her motorized scooter majigga thing here. She's got a mask on, thankfully, Yep, right there on the right. Again, definitely. Yeah, I know there's a slowdown. My GPS talking to me. Come springtime, I will definitely be heading out into these parks. There's always a ton of baseball going on. I love youth baseball. If you're sitting at a light with right blinker direction, you hit. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, New York City, we do not go through red lights, put it that way. And we are not allowed to go through the red light. Not happening. Long Island, you can. Westchester, everywhere else you can, just not in the 5 boroughs. Do I want to get on this parkway right now? Co-train, you tell me, man. If you're going to keep watching, I'll take these streets and I'll go right through Flatlands, and I'll go through like kind of where Jimmy Calandra went by the Gemini Club, or I will hop on the highway. There's just traffic on the highway though, so you're not going to see anything on the highway. It's your call. If you're going to hang on, you and Nunzio, I obviously have to make this drive, but if you want, I'll go through Canarsie. I'll go through I'll pass by the Gemini Lounge over there if you want. Flatlands Avenue. Yeah, no, Nunzio, for sure. Some blocks have it. There's a few around that they've done recently where they'll let you make the right-hand turn on red, but you have to make a full stop. There's a sign, it'll say after full stop, you can make right-hand turn after red. All those people in front of us were just going through that light. I don't know if you noticed that. Those people coming towards us weren't supposed to be doing that. A lot of people kind of just go through lights now. Go train, my mans. Or we could go down to the beach. You know what? Let me take you guys down to the beach. Let's go down to the beach. We'll do Flatlands Avenue, because again, that's kind of something. I know Jimmy got flack for it for hugging the doors or whatever. You know what? I'll go hug some doors, whatever. It's my neighborhood. I'm showing you my neighborhood. Just like, if you want to say he was showing, but I have no reason why I can't walk around my neighborhood at all and say this is my neighborhood. You know what I mean? No, co-train. Exactly. Hold on, Nunzio. Let me see. Did they take the? No, the cameras are still up. Long Island, they took them down. In New York City, speed cameras are still up. But co-train, exactly. Back to the basis of, we're here. Doesn't make us better, doesn't make us worse, doesn't make us anything. Just that if you want to see it, we could show it. And I'd rather you guys tell me what do you want to see? What do you hear about all the time that people mention? People will mention in these places all the time. The map hasn't changed. The map of New York hasn't changed. Obviously, what was going on at those certain times now are, I'm not going to say not going on. They're just going on in different ways, different places. But for sure, we'll. Now you got me wanting to take you down that way. Right now, I don't know if Rockaway Beach is basically what we'd be doing here. You know what? Co-train. Co-train. Let's go lick some. I gotta make sure I know where this place is. Let me put it in my phone here. Well, now it's like a Baptist church or something. Co-train, yeah. I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about what went on up there in those areas and just the geography or the places. I know that just, the New York places always come up so much that I figure you guys have to recognize so many names. And, that name I recognize. I know there's, I think there's a guy in the chat with that name or something. But, I better slow down. I've got these stupid speed cameras. Jeez. All right, let's go to the Gemini Lounge. Cuz, we're going to the Gemini Lounge. We're going to go lick some doors, bro. Perfect timing, my mans. Cuz, oh, Nunzio, you saw the griff, yeah. Yeah, co-train. I don't know much, honestly, the reason why I kind of got into, MobTube, if you want to call it that, is to learn, honestly. I wanted to learn more. I knew, I know a lot about stuff that's here. I thought there would be more, more about the different families in Boston and down in Philly. And I don't know much about those guys. I really don't. From just what, very, 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 very basic common knowledge. I don't know much about Boston in general. I don't know much about the neighborhoods. I know the North End. If you told me, hey, this is the North End, I would recognize that. Oh, the North End. Okay, cool. Just like I'm assuming that's just like to you guys hearing, yeah, Bensonhurst. You just recognize Bensonhurst. But, you know, other than that, I don't. You see what that guy just did? Sat there, waited like for me to come. Then opened the door the second I got next to the car. Right? That's New York for you. That right there is New York in a nutshell. Moved over, right? Waiting for me to go by. And then the second I'm actually right next to him, just goes and whips the door open. Can't make it up. All right, so we're heading up. We got to get to Troy Ave and Flatlands. Thanks, cuz. I appreciate that, my mans. All right, it's on Flatlands and Troy. So right now we're in Mill Basin right now, which is borderline to Canarsie. Canarsie, which I guess you guys would recognize from the name Jeff Canarsie. Also, Roy DeMeo might ring a bell. You know, Munzio, what do you mean, bro? There's one on every corner. I know what you mean, but yeah. Oh boy. Let's see. Where's Troy Avenue? Oh, I got a green. See, you guys gotta yell at me when I don't see this green light. It's Schenectady. Okay, Troy. Okay. All right, we are 4 minutes away from the Gemini Lounge. What's great about this camera is that even though as it gets dark, you guys should still be able to see pretty good. Actually, now we're faced back towards the sunset. These guys. So you should be actually getting some pretty cool colors right now, actually. Oh, so Providence, Federal Hill is in Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah, you know what, Co-Train? I kind of always just did too. I just figured Boston, and then I figured, you know, you then just saying that Federal Hill, I figured it was Boston also. Okay, so we're going to 4021 Flatlands Avenue. The old Gemini Lounge, Canarsie, Brooklyn. Not going to get out. If anyone wants to make fun of it, go ahead. But for those of you that kind of want to see this and see what it looks like right now and today, I hope you enjoy it. Like, because this literally is just taking me, 3 minutes out of my way, 4 minutes out of my way on my way home. If that's what it takes to show you guys what the Gemini Lounge looks like live, then hey, all for it. Oh, sorry guys, I'm gonna, when we get near there, I'll pull over and just show you real quick, and then I'll get to these comments. So actually, I'll look to a few of them right now. Yeah, no, for sure, Code Train. I did so too. If Brother Sports Center, yep. The U-Trick that was just over there, nuns. Bensonhurst. Oh, how you doing? Bensonhurst, just like prejudice. All right, fellas. Oh, wait, I gotta go this way. Sorry, guys. That was a weird little turn, but Okay, so it is right there on the right, fellas. That Purpose Life Church on the right. So what I'll do is I'll do this. The Gemini Lounge. I'll wrap around the block for you guys. I'll wrap around that block and just hang right over there. Okay, I see what I'll do. I'll give you guys a view of it. But this is the area right around it. So this is where the guys would have been, leaving, walking out, having a cigarette, taking a walk. They would have been walking down these blocks. Oh, you want to go walk around the block? This is the block they're walking around. Yeah, parked around the block over there. And this is the block. But I'll wrap around. I'll pull over there, and but as you can see now, look at this. This might be a different neighborhood, obviously, a different origin of people. But you're gonna tell me this is a bad neighborhood? This is a dirty neighborhood? This is hell no. This is Kings Highway. Wrap around here. I hope I came down the right block that I wanted to. Yep, there. I kind of wanted that other block, but let's see from here how this angle is. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Okay, it's on the right here. The problem is I can't park here. That's it, right there. Gemini Lounge. Let this gentleman go by. There it is. Gemini Lounge. Turn my car a little bit so you can see it. Front door is right there. Absolutely, co-train. That's basically what I'm doing right now. I got you, I got nuns, I got cuz. It's like we're just on a conference call. I'm showing you guys around. That's about it. I guess I understand the argument is, well, you disrespected the life. What are you doing going and, showing people stuff about the life? I guess that argument. But for me, that's definitely not the case. Let me see. But this is the area. This is Canarsie, Roy DeMayo. We'll hang a UE, and we'll pass by it again. I almost wish we were going that way because that sky is very nice. So we're on Flatlands Avenue, fellas. Flatlands Avenue. Again, Gemini Lounge on the left, but we're going to keep going this time. Springtime, yeah, I'll get out, have a smoke, you know what I mean? But that's it. That's it right there. Canarsie now. Now we're heading into Canarsie. Oh, absolutely, co-train. No, absolutely. I will never, ever jeopardize my safety or anyone else's safety, ever, when I do any lives or anything like that. Believe me. That's a historical spot. That's all that is. But again, like you said, Go Train, it's a spot that you hear all the time. So I would feel like you'd want to see that. I would. There's so many places that you can go to. There's plenty of places that you can, assume too, if you want to, certain things about places. But in terms of the Gemini Lounge, but I would, I'm going to keep in mind from now on, again, now that I know I have this streaming capability, whenever I'm going to pass by a place that I know you guys discuss, and, you know, Bath Avenue, obviously, if I'm rolling down Bath Avenue, yeah, I'll go live. I'll throw it up there. Honestly, there's not much to see on Bath Avenue. It just really isn't. One of these days soon, I have to go into Manhattan, which is like the city, Manhattan. You know, obviously, if I do that, I will go live. I will show you. I just want to show you guys stuff. I want to show you New York. I've always, like I said, I've always had a passion for that. I have very, very good friends of mine that are from outside of New York City. And ever since I started driving, I've always enjoyed, you know, throwing up a dash cam and sharing my experiences. And me and my buddies were car people too. So that's why I notice every car on the road. I'll point out cars. And even cars that might not catch everyone's eye, I'll notice, and my friends will notice. So it's also a big reason why I enjoy sharing. I have group chats going with a bunch of friends where if I see a car on the road or a certain thing on the road, I'll share it with them. So I've always done that. I've always done this. So to me, heck, Co-Train, Nunzio, and Cuz, you want to come hang out whenever you can? This is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get. At least you're going to get a live look into New York City, into Brooklyn, New York. If you could turn the volume down if you don't want to hear me. I don't mind it. I actually heard again that I sound like BK Shallon, which I kind of agree with that. I've heard myself, and then I've heard BK Shallon. If that becomes a rumor, we're going to have to both go on at the same time to actually go back and... Yeah, Cuz... MRE, I think I said hi to MRE this morning, and MRE was like, hey, Skip or Shallon, or I don't know if you're even the same person or what. Or and what's funny is that me and Shallon, both our names are Mike. We're both BK, you know, Mike. I don't know Staten Island from a hole in the head, though. I know Brooklyn, born and raised in Brooklyn. I know Brooklyn, I know Queens. What is this traffic right now? See, if I wasn't hanging with you guys and I was just trying to get home from work right now, yeah, I like this is just unnecessary. 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 Guy. Unbelievable. Freaking believable. Hopefully the school bus leaves. Yeah, no, Co-Train. Cuz. Nice, Nuns. Tommy Kurani. Was he also again, I am not, do not even try to peg me for any sort of, you know, mob historian or anything like that. I do not. I know the basics. I really do. In terms of, you know, the known guys and the history and the playbook, so to speak. I know the very basics in terms of what can be discussed and that. So Tommy Karate, was he a Canarsie guy also? I know Roy DeMeo. The Bronx is a very interesting borough. The Bronx has a lot to offer, but also doesn't have a lot to offer at the same time. It's the South Bronx. Actually, it's calmed down actually over the past couple of years. You know, as crime has kind of risen in the cities and in the city and in different areas, in the Bronx, it's actually tamed down a bit. The Bronx can be rough. The Bronx can be real rough, especially the South Bronx, Grand Concourse, around by Yankee Stadium. The immediate area right around Yankee Stadium is not that bad. They do a lot to make sure it's safe over there because they can't have a dangerous Yankee Stadium. But the South Bronx can get real rough. But there are a few nice areas of the Bronx. Throgs Neck. There's the part by, the sun's setting as we speak, bro. As we speak. I wish we were facing the other direction because it's a little lighter. But, and I kind of hope this traffic opens up so it's not so boring for you guys watching this right now. Because it should open up. Straight ahead is South Shore High School, Ralph Avenue. We're on Flatlands Avenue. We're in Canarsie. Again, Roy DeMayo territory, Gemini Lounge. We just left. Still trying to see. Let me know about the karate guy because I'm not sure. Again, I don't know mob history that well, but I know obviously there were crews right here in Canarsie. And also, I know the guy, Jeff Canarsie. I don't know if he's from here or what, but he obviously had that name or moniker for some reason. But once we get past this next light, which might take about 7 minutes, the traffic should open up a bit. You know, why it's so crowded in the neighborhood, right? But see now how I was talking about those neighborhoods, how we just went through, those were quiet neighborhoods. Canarsie is not a quiet neighborhood. You know, Canarsie is more populated, more congested. You're gonna hit more traffic, but there's extra traffic now because there's traffic on the Parkway, so everyone floods off onto the streets. Also a reason why if you're ever in New York City and you're supposed to be taking the highway and you look at the map and you're like, why am I sitting on this traffic on the highway? Why don't I want to take the streets? It's because it's not like going through small towns in the rest of the country. This is taking the streets. This is, avoiding the highway. If I was trying to make better time, I probably would have hopped on the highway at some point, before getting to here, because I know that here you're not going to make much time in Canarsie. Through those neighborhoods that we just went through, you will, because you can run right through. South Shore High School is up ahead. South Shore High School had some reputation. Nunzio, I will. I know I think I've heard you mention, I think you were friends with the family on a show. You were saying that he was a very, I know he was, I kind of know like the very, very basics on him, Nuns. And I'm wondering if he was from this neighborhood. He might be. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have one more time through this light. So we've missed this light, I think now about 5 times. And we're going to miss it again. But hopefully, the next time we get through. And that's Ralph Avenue that we're trying to cross here. I don't know what that guy was doing, what's up with his leg, but Arch Diner. Many of you folk, I'm sure, know the... Yeah, okay, Nuns. I'll look into him a bit. Didn't realize he was from here. But a lot of those guys probably went to this high school that's up on the left that we're going to pass. I'm sure a lot of them went to South Shore High School and ate at this Arch Diner that you can see. Yeah, you can see the sign in your screen. Arch Diner is very, very well known. Very well known diner. And the South Shore High School also very well known. That's going to be on the left as we pass. We'll give you some sounds of the city. Open up the windows a bit. Oh, cool, Coltrane. So you're a college athlete. To me, running track is like punishment. I hate cardio. That's why I played baseball. I always felt bad for the pitchers in baseball because they made the pitchers run so much. All right, let's see if we can get through this light. Again, South Shore High School on the left. sights and sounds of Canarsie, Brooklyn, New York City. And that guy in his Jeep, who for some reason has exhausted him. Major pothole right here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Yep, there it is. It's one of those potholes you remember. Again, we got speed cameras here, so if anyone's wondering why I will not be speeding through here right now, it's because the speed limit is 25 miles per hour, and the second you do 36 miles per hour, you get a ticket in the mail, and no need. No need. Handing over the city more money, just no need. It's just sickening to just hand them more money for doing 36 miles per hour. Like, are you kidding me? Woo, baby. Sights and sounds. Brook Nam sipping on. Sights and sounds, baby. Cuz, you still with us? Cousin Paul is the man. South Philly's own. Gonna go down, meet Cousin Paul, do a little video from down there. Well, I've met him already, but meet up with him again. Me and Cuz definitely have to do a couple of food reviews of the different hero shops and heroes down in Philadelphia, because I hear Philadelphia has some pretty good heroes. Maybe if I say the word hero 3 times, Cousin Paulie will pop up. But no, me and him, Cousin Paulie is good people, very good people. I met him down in Philly already, and he, very, very hospitable, real cool to me. Showed me, cool places to eat, hooked me up with that, and we're definitely gonna hook up again and do some. We're gonna do some videos together. Take a ride down there. We'll go to a few of the different sandwich spots. Maybe hit the popular ones that you all know about, the Geno's and the Pats, but he knows of a few other ones too, a few other ones that we had eaten at. Should be good. And I think South Philly, it's a little easier to do a whole day just because it's so, it's much more compressed in terms of distances. Where Brooklyn and Queens and Staten Island, you have all these different neighborhoods. Where I think South Philly, you can kind of compress it all a little more into one. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, what the hell is a hoagie? I'm telling you. Say I'm gonna go eat a nice hero with cold cuts 3 times, and someone from Philadelphia pops up. I hope you guys see this truck trying to make this right-hand turn here. He better not hold this up here. Oh no, he's gonna make it. Wow. It's all because that car is parked illegally on the left there. Yep, New York Connect. I know you have love for the New York Connect, cuz I know. That's for sure, my man. Now you got me hungry thinking of one of these heroes, one of these, what do you call them? You just call them Italian subs? How do you just call it an Italian sub? Well, how does that narrow it down? Let me just get an Italian sub. Well, what do you want on the Italian sub? You want some gabagool? What do you want? That's a sub. Italian hoagie. Yeah. What makes it Italian? You guys. Coach train. Don't worry though. Once we get into the sports season, even though the Phillies don't really bother me too much because we handled them in 08, with no issue. Thanks to A-Rod. But Talk about the worst sports fans in the world. Oh my God. Yeah, Philly cheese. Yeah, man. Philly sports fans. Oh, God. Brutal. No. Is it one of those? I know my buddy plays like he has like an album of goof songs, right? The one with the like the wallet key, cell phone, wallet key, cell phone, wallet key, cell phone. That one. Is it one of those like kind of goof / serious songs that he has? Well, obviously the I guess the most famous one would be "It's Time for Hanukkah." So yeah, that one type of Italian hoagie. Is it? Okay, Italian hoagie. Does it got mozzarella? Does it got provolone? What do you? Is it a sharp provolone? Is it what do you got? Is it a fresh mozzarella? Is it gabagool, salami? Do you put pepperoni on it? Because I'm not a fan of putting pepperoni on on an Italian with the gabagool and the ham and the salami. I think it changes the whole flavor of it. You put a pepperoni on it changes the whole friggin' flavor. Me, I like just a salami, gabagool, provolone, lettuce, tomato, oil and vinegar, hero. So now this car in front of us, co-train. You talk about people honking at you behind you. We are currently doing 22 miles per hour, and this person is on their brakes. And I got someone so far up my you-know-what right now, I think they're part of the live stream. Okay? This guy, well, I don't know what that guy's doing. I don't. That guy right there in the street, I don't even know if you saw him. I didn't. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go over here, and we're going to gently, and I mean gently, pass this individual. We're now in East New York. Oh, okay, that explains that. We're in East New York. Neighborhood has changed. We are no longer in Canarsie. These are some projects to the left here. We're going to end up going through the pink houses, which the pink houses, I think James Brown in the chat claims to have grown up in the pink houses. All right, let's look at it. Now she's racing me. Oh, look at this person crossing. This person crossing is going to help me. Racing me. Unbelievable. She's doing 23 miles per hour. Racing me off the red. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Unreal. And I'm in a freaking work vehicle that, like, I can't even, like, defend myself, so to speak, in this thing, in a race. It's not the Nissan 350 co-train, because that thing, forget about it. I've taken on motorcycles, that thing. I made some guy on a motorcycle so mad one time. Back in the day, I had a Ford Edge Sport when they first put the twin turbos in them, and I had this little Ford Edge Sport with it had like 315 horses, so nondescript looking. You would have never thought. This guy was being such a you-know-what on a motorcycle. I just took him out. So mad. It was very funny. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Yeah, well, we are in you see that sign right there? As blue as that little sticker on that car, baby. That's what this area is. If you look up a voting map of this district, it's as blue as the sky. Yeah. No, wait. I know, Coach Ray. I mean, it is what it is. I didn't see him. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking. A little roasted red pepper, fresh mozzarella, a little balsamic. How you doing? Lunch meat. What is lunch meat? This ain't the can, bro. What's lunch meat? The Oscar Mayer? Moron. Friggin' cuz. lunch meat. Got the lunch meat over here. Come on. All right, so we're about to cross Pennsylvania Avenue over here. Jeez. I gotta get around this bus so you guys can see stuff here. Otherwise, this guy's just gonna be killing your view the whole friggin' time. But we're almost into the pink houses. Should be pretty popping off right now. And soon enough, I can't get too close to my home before I let you guys off. Otherwise, I'm gonna dox myself. Although I think it's pretty clear that I'm in the Ozone Park, Howard Beach area, let's just call it. I think I've made that pretty clear. Although I grew up in Brooklyn, hence the BK. I only moved to Queens a couple of years ago, but I am born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. That's a cousin Paulie here now. Now giving the official names for the no. If you walk in the place, you go, "Hey, how you doing, boss? How you doing, boss? Yeah, let me get a hero. All right, yeah, let me get a hero chicken cutlet, fresh mozzarella, balsamic, a little red roasted peppers. All right, thanks. Have a good day." Because it is funny the different language and different lingo. It's very interesting because I feel like Philly's so similar to New York. So like these small things, words that we call different things that are different. It's so funny in the way we order things and the way we, like, honestly, because no one would ever say lunch meat or, like, seriously, hoagie. Like, that's just not in our vocabulary. It's not even something like we to us a hoagie is something else. Like, nah, a hoagie is this, or no, like it's just not in our vocabulary. It's so funny. I wish you guys, which I'm going to come up with this technology, okay? I wish you guys can smell what I'm smelling right now, because what we just passed there, and they got it up here on the right too, they have smokers, like food smokers, out on the street, and they sell jerk chicken and ribs and all different types of soul food. I don't know if you guys were able to see I gotta charge my phone. Able to see there on the right, but that guy had a smoker up here on the right too. Look at this guy on the right with the lights. Look at that. That's food. He's smoking food there, bro. He's smoking food there. I wish you could smell it. It's amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh God, I got my freaking windshield wipers going here. Let's try to get my charger. Charge his phone before I upload. Let me charge up. Okay. I know there's a speed camera somewhere over here, so I gotta kind of look at that too. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying over here. So I made a revelation to Cuz today that I have never had a Manhattan special in my life. And I love coffee. I love espresso. I love soda. I've never had a Manhattan special. And really, Co-Train? So you're telling me, like Boston, like Philly, if you're in Boston, you just walk into a place, a bodega, a deli, whatever, and you go, "Can I have an Italian grinder?" That's going to be something specific that they give you, that they know what it is, and they're going to give you. Fascinating. I believe you. That's just the difference between New York and these other places. That's just New York. That's not the case. You're going to walk in, you're going to ask for a hero or a sandwich, and usually they're going to ask you, well, do you want it on a roll or a hero? And when they say, do you want it on a roll or a hero, when they say roll, they mean like a circle Kaiser roll, which is kind of a New York thing, but like what you would get a bacon, egg, and cheese on in the morning, or what we call it, oh my God, that pothole hurt. What we call it bacon, egg, and cheese on one of those round Kaiser rolls. So they'll usually say you want a roll or a hero, or hero, which is going to be anything, you know, long. We a lot of times call it Italian bread too. Like you know what? So I guess we do it without bread then, because we just say Italian bread, meaning a hero. We'll just say Italian bread, and we mean the hero bread. But very interesting. Very interesting. No. Not here. I mean, here, if you look, I mean, so, like, if you, let me preface that. Let me correct my statement a little bit. So, just so you know, we're about 2 minutes away from the pink houses. This bus should be turning into this depot up here. But we're about 2 minutes away from the pink houses, and you'll be able to see some stuff. Oh, yeah, he's coming up there. When you get like when you cater heroes from here, we call them 6-foot heroes, like the cater, the big ones that you slice up. A lot of the times, one of the options will be American, and a lot of the options will be Italian. That, you pretty much know what you're getting with that Italian. But even like how I was joking around before, some places might put pepperoni on the Italian, where other places don't put pepperoni on the Italian. Some places might use a mozzarella with the Italian. Some places might use a provolone with the Italian. They'll have to be more descriptive on what their Italian is. But, okay, so we are basically coming up to the pink houses now. The pink houses are the projects. They are one of the projects in East New York. East New York is, it's not an easy neighborhood to live in. It's just not. It's not an easy. I don't know how else to put it. I guess the best way to describe it is, nothing's going to come easy. So this corner here is always a very interesting corner. And it's the corner that would start the pink houses. I'll open up the windows. I'll give you a little sounds of the projects. I guess this guy got pulled over here. Yeah, see, everyone's hanging out. We got everyone on the corner here. Let's make this right here. In the hood now. Pink houses. What's up? Let you guys listen up. I'll just pull over for a second here. Pink houses. Make this left up here. Basketball courts. But you guys just listen to. Those were the pink houses. Now we're just back into, the regular neighborhood of East New York. Which again, I'll leave the windows open. You guys can, you can listen. I don't know what's going on. No clue what's going on.
Hold the horn like that. Damn.
That guy is mad at the guy that is blowing the horn. And I'm just gonna keep it moving. I opened the windows at the right time. Yeah, that's projects, my boy. See, and thank God I looked up before I hit the gas. You know, you always gotta have your head on a swivel. That's it. That's why, I don't know, being from here, I'm not saying it makes us better. We're gonna let this lady go. No, she's not paying attention, so we're not. See that pedestrian there? If she would have started walking, I would have let her start going. But she knew. No, you know. But yeah, those are projects, the pink houses. What are you saying here, Coach Train? Let me see if I could try to do two things at once here. Let me just pull over. Actually, let me be safe about it and not be a jackass. You guys still have... you know what? Very recently, yes, they've come back in the recent what's happenings. Yes, they have. But me growing up, I never saw them too much. It was more something like our parents would tell us about, like, oh, you should have seen when the 70s, 80s. Well, they had gone else. The city had really, really cleaned up. Like really, it started with Giuliani, starting with Times Square and all that. But recently, within the past year and a half, I have seen some window washers. Yep, in Manhattan. Back here is somewhere where you kind of don't want to get stuck at 3 in the morning. It's just quiet back here. Kind of on the edge of Lindenwood. Lindenwood. So right now we're about to cross into Queens, actually. Where this pavement changes up here, we cross into Queens. Right at this stop sign here. We go from East New York, Brooklyn, into Lindenwood, Queens. So we actually just crossed the counties also. Which I've explained this one time. It's actually pretty cool. New York City consists of 5 boroughs, right? There's 5 boroughs that make up New York City. Each borough that makes up New York City is a county. So unlike a lot of different places where you have a county, and within that county there's a city, we have 5 counties right next to each other. Each of them being a borough, the 5 of them together being New York City. Brooklyn is called Kings County. Queens is Queens County. The Bronx County. Manhattan is called New York County. Staten Island is called... Nunzio, this one's for you, Nuns. That's the trivia of the day. What county is Staten Island? So each borough is its own county. No one better be Googling it either. I don't know if any other city is like that. So also here, in front of us is the highway that I was supposed to be on this whole time. That is the Belt Parkway. That brings us, right now, we are crossing into Howard Beach. So we are going into Howard Beach. We're in Howard Beach, Queens right now. You guys know Howard Beach, Queens. So we just drove from the Gemini Lounge, Canarsie, to Howard Beach, Queens. 2 places you guys should know of. Once I get better at this, maybe I'll be giving you information on. I guess is the way it's supposed to go. But in all seriousness, these are places that you guys hear. You guys know. You know Canarsie, Brooklyn. You know the Gemini Lounge. You know this is Howard Beach. I will, since there's still a couple of you in here, before I go home, I will bring you guys to Cross Bay Boulevard so you can see Cross Bay Boulevard. So at least you rode with me this whole time. Nunzio, you are correct. Yeah. Co-train, yeah. That too. But Nunzio, yep. So Staten Island is called Richmond County. Staten Island, Brooklyn, and Manhattan have different names for their counties. Brooklyn being Kings County. So that's why you'll hear a lot of things like Kings Highway, Kings this, Kings that. You could probably see that plane landing on the left there, top left there. He's going into JFK because obviously we're right near JFK. So yeah, we're in Howard Beach right now. I could actually show you the Ronnie G house too if you want to see that real quick. We could pass the Ronnie G house. I guess you guys would probably want to see that, right? While I have you live for a couple of minutes, I might as well show you these things. Let's go to Ronnie G's house first. I could actually show you John Gotti's house too. Jeez, I mean, if you really want to see it, that I think I'd have to look that up. I'm not sure. Oh no, I think I know where that is actually, off the top of my head. I think I know where that is off the top of my head. Let's go down the Gotti block. We might as well go. Let me pull over here just a second and see what my buddy Coltrane is saying and Cuz is saying. But we could go down the Gotti block. We could also hit the Ronnie G house real quick. Everything's right here. Mooney Days, yeah. Thanks, bro. Yeah, no, he's like, he's good. He's really good. But I definitely, like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, you know, I had those ideas definitely for sure. That's funny. Maybe he's just on a delay. Maybe Nun's just on a delay. That's right, cuz. Thanks, fellas. Island County, cuz, right? No, Nuns. It like that's the thing. It's so easy. It's very easy for people to say that it has just because a lot of people have moved in and out. So obviously you're going to get different ethnicities and different races and people from different parts of the world that live in these neighborhoods. And I feel like New York City, the boroughs change, like even compared to Long Island or the suburbs, a neighborhood could just change in a few years. It could have an influx of people in and an influx of people out. But that's it, really. The way we live, the atmosphere, most of the architecture, it's the same. Just say me, for example. I'm born and raised here. I've been here for the past 40 years. My family's been here for the past 100 years. Nothing's changed in terms of them. So, all right. So I know the Gotti house is on 85th. It's not this block. But it's you know, I guess you could say if he were coming home from Brooklyn, he was probably heading down these side blocks right now, heading towards his house. Because I know he was on 85th, and we're on 85th. The house is going to be on the left-hand side. Coming up very soon. Let's see if this is not the block. Is this the block? That's the block. All right, I'll wrap around again because that's the house there. That was right there on the left. It's just off the corner. So I'll wrap around real quick for you guys because that was it. So I'll come from the direction you'll be kind of looking at it almost a little. So yeah, if John came to the corner, this is the corner he came to. We'll wrap around. Just hit it one more time, and then I'll go over to Cross Bay. While you guys are sticking with me. So, and then I'll pack it in. But yeah, so John Gotti, man, not the really myth, but the legend. Well, if you want to get real technical and philosophical, I guess you could say the myth, right? And a lot of what went on, it is all just myth, right? All right, so John Gotti. Oh, John Gotti. That's his crib right there. Rest in peace. Pretty cool, right? Very nondescript block. Very nice, very quiet. We'll head over to Crossbay Boulevard now. You guys can see either Russo's on the bay. You go see New Park. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? What I should do is show you the weeds. So I don't know if you guys remember. How many of you guys are in here? 3 years in here. Do you guys remember the story of the young woman that was murdered in the weeds back here? I believe her name was Katrina Vetrano, I believe. That woman crossing, I guess not over there. Oh, you're gonna stop. Okay, cool. Are you gonna cross? Or are you just going to your car? What are we doing? See, like, I think she was just going to a car. I don't know. I wish she would have just kind of like said what's up a little before. So anyway, Katrina Vetrano, murdered in the weeds. They call it East New York, but basically where we just came from, East New York, these weeds here on the left border Howard Beach in that neighborhood. But there's also trails back here where you can go running and you can go bike riding back there. I've actually never been back there, never been back here, but this is actually the site of that event back in there. But I'm gonna whip this around just to give you an idea that this is what borders Howard Beach. And when you hear, I know Canarsie mentioned a few times doing some things in the weeds. The weeds of Howard Beach, right here. If you're meeting up along the weeds, the sky looks pretty cool. It's very dark down here, so you guys shoot. Look at that. Those are possums. It's a cat. We get possums over here. You know, in these areas. A lot of possum. Let me just pull over a real second right here by the weeds, actually. They're big, back, and they're massive, and I couldn't make the right here because it's the one way. Actually, right here, Coach Shane, you can see this to the right here. It goes all the way down to. You'd have to almost look if you just pull up Howard Beach on a map after this video, of course. See if I had my laptop next to me, I could do it. Pull it right up for you. It's big back there. Big. Real big. It goes all the way down, and then Howard Beach is basically a peninsula sticking off the bottom of Queens. So then you have an intercoastal almost, and then a beach, Rockaway Beach, Far Rockaway. In between is Broad Channel. It's almost like that would be like Biscayne Bay. We have Howard Beach, and then you would go. That's actually the way I was saying we were going to come. We were going to come up from the beach. We were going to go down to the beach and come up Crossbay Boulevard. But the weeds back there are massive. That's like I'd have to do something on my bike with a freaking GoPro going back there to show you all those weeds back there. But it's why you can go hide back there if you need to. You can go meet up with someone back there. You got Lenny's in front of us, very well-known place. So this is Crossbay Boulevard. Crossbay Boulevard, Howard Beach, Queens. Lenny's Clam Bar. I think Lenny's is a bit overrated. But I'll make this. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll make the right, and I'll show you Russo's on the Bay, and I'll just wrap around and show you kind of where like the neighborhood ends. The south. What I'll be showing you will be the south end, because think of it being a peninsula. Sorry, yeah. Sticking off the bottom of Queens. We're gonna head south right now. It's a square, Howard Beach. Basically, it's a rectangle more, and we're heading south now. It's, I don't know, 10, 15 blocks from behind, north to south, up and down right now. We're at 162nd. I think the last block is 164th, and I think it starts at, I don't know, I think we're up here, but 56th maybe, or 57th, 157th, so like 10 blocks or so. But Russo's on the Bay. Very, very well-known catering places on the left-hand side. Very well-known place. Ton of guys, ton of people would have gotten married, communion, baptisms, you name it. Wait a second. Yeah, that's Russo's. I thought that was Vetro. Is that Vetro? No, that's Russo's. Because there's Russo's and there's also Vetro. Let me move over here so you have a little wider angle. And I can kind of hang out here if I need to for a second. Okay, yeah. Let me just pull over here. This is Russo's on the Bay. You guys can see it, right? Let me stop right there so you get it in your angle. See how long I go before I'm pissing someone off. Oh, there we go. They were flashing me. I mean, not that we had anywhere to go anyway, as you can see. But I was still getting flashed. I was getting flashed. Yeah. I was holding them up about 3 seconds. So the second you hold up a New Yorker about 3 seconds, you better watch out and look. I think, were they going to Dunkin' Donuts? That would make sense. No, they're probably going to this Key Food here. Yeah, they got to get their groceries, Yeah, they had to get to Key Food. They had to get to Key Food. So up here, I'm just going to go. So now this would be the bottom of Howard Beach we're approaching. If we kept going, we would go down to the beach. It would be like leaving Miami and going to Miami Beach. Going straight south. To the left is Vetro, which is owned by Russo's on the Bay. This is the weeds, Co-Train, in front of us. See, the weeds are all still over here. And they go all the way down to the left, even more, from where we just came from. So they're everywhere, these friggin' weeds. You can literally get lost back there. Especially to someone from, Brooklyn, Queens. The days. Oh, Ronnie G. Let's go past the Ronnie G house. I forgot. It's right over here. This thing is massive. I see if I can get the block right. 87. Let me see if I can get the block right. 88th. I believe it's on 85th. Is this guy just not doing anything? This is a two-way street, right? It's right here. This is it. What I just run over. Something. Is this it? Is this it on the left? No, negative. Yeah. I'll know once I get to the side of it because it's got a very distinct. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That is it. Let me go and give you guys a better view. Let me go over here. The Ronnie G house on the left. There it is. Massive. Absolutely massive. Let me pull over here and see what you guys got to say, and then we'll hit this Ronnie G house one more time. I'll pull you can see it from the backside. Let's see what we got here. Cropsey Avenue. Yes. No, I can take you to Cropsey Avenue a lot. Yeah, hold on, Co-Train. Let's see. People, yeah, kind of will tell you. Go back to the weeds, go. Yeah, Nunzio, possums, yeah. Nasty. Yep, I saw that in Uns. Yeah. Yep. Cropsey Avenue for sure. Yeah. No comment. I would have put it in pockets out there for at least 10, 15 seconds. LOL. Which spot, Go Train? Which one? Where do you want to see? Let me know. I got 4 years in here. I'll show you. Howard Beach in general is beautiful. I mean, growing up in Brooklyn and then ending up in Howard Beach is definitely, it's almost, it's an upgrade for sure. Oh, Code Train, yeah. No, I'm not supposed to have. I'm not showing you my road rage. What do you mean? Yeah, well, you're right. I mean, yeah. The thing is, though, they were kind of right because I kind of did just stop. Like I knew I was asking for it. You know what I mean? But then again, like, there's really nowhere to go. Like, I wouldn't have done it. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one, Code Train. It's a tough one. Well, let me spin around here and give you guys a view of this Ronnie G house again. And you see it from the back. So it is coming up right here. I'll make this right-hand turn. It's on the right-hand side. This is it right here on the right-hand side. I'll make this right to go down this block. I'm not giving you a great view of it, all right? Nah. You know what? You get what you get at this moment. I don't want to be creepy McCreepison either, you know what I mean? But now you see what it looks like. I'll go up to Crossway Boulevard, and I'll go up to Crossway Boulevard up to New Park, and I'll hang the left up, up there. I'll hang the left up at Crossway Boulevard, and then I'll go up towards, and I'll show you New Park Pizza. New Park Pizza gets mentioned a lot in past stories, a lot, and then I'll call it alive. 146. Jeez. No, cause I know. Like, I know. When it gets warmer and how about that was just a tease? How about that's just a tease? I want to go home. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, you're right, cuz. Just not tonight. I definitely will. For sure. Let me just show you guys Cross Bay and New Park and that's it. Let's see what we got going on over here. Shit, I missed some it's a nice area. Yeah, no, beautiful area, Coltrane. Definitely, like I said, yes, Cousin Paulie, yes. That was his home. And his home was part of the indictment and the public news story, if you know what I mean. So that's why it's basically already a historical spot because it was confiscated as part of the trial and the verdict and all that. So it's a known thing and spot that was the house that was part of the trial and everything. Yeah, cuz I know. Yeah. No, we could be evil. Yeah, we're spiteful. We're road rage. Just like I'm saying, Miami wasn't even like everyone was kind of just driving crazy, but like they were kind of like in a good mood. Like no one was like starting with you. Like no one wanted to smoke. Put it that way. Like, cause here, like we're looking. Like I'm the second someone beeps or like you're like, what's up? Like literally, it's just like, what's up? That's us. So that's how we, that's how road rage starts. There, in Miami, they were just fucking driving, having a great, driving like fucking maniacs. Excuse my language, trying not to curse. Driving like maniacs, but happy about it. You know, here we're definitely, it's a different vibe. It's a completely different vibe, that's for sure. But yo, see you guys, bro. Thank you. Thanks for watching, man. Thank you all. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm just gonna go up to New Park. So if you guys are, you know, if anyone's on and just wants to see New Park Pizzeria, it's like 2 minutes up, and then I'm just gonna. That's it. But yep, yeah, nuns. Peace out. Yes, cuz yeah, it was sold. It had to be sold. It was confiscated. Someone else has it. Owned completely by someone completely else owns it. Yo, co-train. I say that all the time. Like if we're just walking down the street, right, or if we're walking into arena, right, and you like your girl, maybe you're not paying attention, whatever, you just kind of like cut in front of me walking. Am I gonna just right off just say something to you? That's what beeping is. Beeping is you just being like, yo, fuck you, yo, f you. What? But like, hey, all right. Like, did you have to beep? No need. It's meant to be if you need to alert someone of something. Like, once the action's done, like the person's in front of you or something's going on, like the beep at that point is just an FU. Approaches Starbucks, which also is mentioned and has been mentioned a lot, and Brothers Raviolis on the left just opened up a new location. Ragtime on the left, very famous kind of like bodega-ish type place. Let me get my right lane here. I'll show you New Park. So you get close to New Park. You got the gym here. There was also some stories told about this limited fitness gym. Some kids from the neighborhood who go to this gym. I'll give you some sight and sounds. Again, guys, co-train, thank you, man. Cuz, thank you. Nuns, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll do this whenever, and if you guys want to hop on whenever, I'm just gonna lower the windows. I'll go past New Park, and then I'll let it loose. All right. So thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. New Park Pizzeria. I'll see you guys. Peace out, man.